attention, please. Pledge of allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, we have a proclamation for the Red Cross.
It's National Red Cross, right?
Huh?
It's National Red Cross.
Yeah, the National Red Cross. Anybody here?
Yes. Marching Red Cross Month. Everybody wants to know why we're doing this, and the commissioners are proclaiming that and signing off on it. We're here with a photo op.
Wishes to announce that the change in date for today's meeting was duly advertised. Is there any citizens' input on agenda items only?
No, you're not.
Number 5, a motion is needed to approve and dispense with the reading of the minutes of the Commissioners' public meeting held on February 3rd, 2015.
So moved. Second.
The question? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
A motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuels payrolls as submitted by the Finance Office for payroll number 4 in the amount of $662,101.87 and payroll number 5 in the amount of $648,848.83.
So moved. Second.
Question? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
A motion is needed to pay all county and liquid fuels bills as submitted by the county controller in the amount of $3,166,335.66 from January 25th to February 7th, 2015.
So moved. Second.
Question? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
The Courthouse Administration Center related county facilities will be closed on Friday, April 3rd, 2015 in observance of Good Friday. Number 9, a motion is needed authorizing the Commissioners to sign the State Tax Equalization Board voucher form for transfers of real estate for the month of January 2015 as submitted by the Assessment Office.
So moved. Second.
Question? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
A motion is needed authorizing the chairman and the treasurer to sign an application for credit for Cabela's not to exceed $4,000 to be used by various departments to purchase firearms and other related materials as submitted by the Finance Office. This is a ratification.
So moved. Second.
And a question? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
A motion is needed authorizing the chairman to sign a letter to permit the opening of an Amazon business account in an amount not to exceed $4,000 as requested by the Finance Office.
So moved. Second.
And a question? All those in favor say aye. Motion carried.
A motion is needed authorizing the chairman to sign the Central Services Cost Allocation Plan prepared by Maximus for the year ending December 31st, 2013, as submitted by the County Controller, and this is a ratification.
Motion. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Motion carried.
A motion is needed for permission to advertise for the following: bids for the rehabilitation of Northumberland County Bridge Number 34, located in Rockefeller Township, as submitted by the county engineer, and bids for the paving project at the Lower Northumberland Herndon Senior Action Center, as submitted by Area Agency on Aging.
Motion. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Motion carried.
A motion is needed to accept the tax collector's exoneration and collectible list for the year 2014 and forward them to the delinquent tax collection agency as submitted by the assessment office.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
A motion is needed authorizing the Tax Claims Bureau to conduct a private sale of real estate for the following properties, with all sales contingent upon approval of taxing bodies wherein the property is located, listed as items A and B on your public meeting agenda.
Motion. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
A motion is needed acknowledging receipt of the following reports, as listed as 16A through D on your public meeting agenda.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
A motion is needed authorizing the chairman to ratify the signing of the following reports. They're both fiscal status reports for CDBG, one's for 2011 and one's for 2010.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
A motion is needed to approve the list of individuals no longer employed and new hires for Northumberland County as submitted by the Human Resources Department.
Motion. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
A motion is needed authorizing the commissioners to sign the updated Northumberland County Emergency Operations Plan and forward it to the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency, PEMA, and that's submitted by the Department of Public Safety.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
A motion is needed authorizing the commissioners to sign the monthly fiscal status reports for the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Crisis Program, LIHEAP, and the Department of Energy Program, DOE, for the month of January 2015, as submitted by the Weatherization Department.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
A motion is needed to appoint Mr. Howard Taylor Schmoken to the Northumberland County Planning Commission for a 5-year term beginning immediately and ending December 31st, 2019.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
A motion is needed to accept the proposals from MHM Innovations Incorporated in the amount of $6,700 for the purpose of performing a security assessment of the Northumberland County IT Information Services.
So moved.
I'm going to second the motion and the question. And the question, Brady, I talked to you about a little bit, and you said it was going to be around $4,000 to $5,000. I see here $6,700, and this is going to increase us any expense with the other project we have on the cloud.
No, and actually the actual price of it is roughly $4,800, but then there's expenses that they'll bill us that are actually charged, hard expenses. They don't actually, it won't exceed $6,700. That's worst case. I'm thinking that they'll even be able to eliminate a day off of it, which will bring it down under $5,000.
Can we table for the next meeting to I research a little bit?
Yeah, it won't have any effect on, this is just to
I want to talk
protect
to
our data.
Jeff. I didn't talk to them. I didn't talk to the IT guy. You know, it's just fair me to talk to him. Can we table for this month?
Sure.
Okay, let's table this, and then we bring it up next month. Okay, I want to talk to the IT.
Although, I'll be quite honest, coming into April, we're talking about flood season. I'm trying to stem off any potential risks of data loss that this county might foresee, just as we saw at the prison with the fire.
What's
once
that,
the data
though?
is gone, it is gone.
What's that? Does it go on the cloud? What is this does?
No, this has our current IT infrastructure at the county level. This has nothing to do with the cloud.
Okay.
This is just assessing our protocols, our policies and procedures on how we collect, retain, and protect data in our county. I thought it was apropos, being it's March, being that there is over 6 feet of snow in a lot of places in the Northeast, and a lot of that water, when it does melt, will come down our valley. And when it does, I am fearful that data may be lost.
Okay, let's table for this month, boys. Okay. This should be tabled for this month. We'll relook at next meeting. I want to talk to Jeff.
Sure.
Jeff is here? No. Okay. All right, let's go. Call it number 23.
A motion is needed authorizing travel requests and attendance at the following workshop seminars as in accordance with the county's personal manual travel reimbursement policy listed as items 23A through F on your public meeting agenda.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion is needed to adopt the following honorary letter. Birthday celebration for Miss Martha Hornbach. She's 103 years old and she resides at Serenity Gardens in Colmont.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Solicitor report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Motion to adopt Resolution R21-15 as presented by the Solicitor. Intergovernmental agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners, acting on behalf of the Northumberland County Prison and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, acting by and through the Department of Corrections for providing secure facilities in which to house and maintain its adult inmate population.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R22-15 as presented by the Solicitor. Inmate housing agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners, acting on behalf of the Northumberland County Prison and Clinton County for obtaining space for housing its prisoners.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R23-15 as presented by the Solicitor. Agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners acting on behalf of the County Prison and Snyder County Commissioners for the housing of inmates.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R24-15 as presented by the Solicitor. Resolution of the Northumberland County Board of Commissioners on behalf of the Tax Claims Bureau for the exoneration of taxes.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R25-15 as presented by the Solicitor. Indemnification agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Planning Department and Ralpho Township Board of Supervisors for the reconstruction and improvement of Progress Road in Ralpho Township contingent upon successful receipt of federal ARC grant funds.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R26-15 as presented by the Solicitor. Resolution of the Northumberland County Board of Commissioners in support of 911 funding and system reform related to the emergency telephone services.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R27-15 as presented by the Solicitor. Independent contractor agreement between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Veterans Affairs Department and Jim Houck for the purpose of placing flags and grave markers at Northumberland Memorial Park, specifically the Garden of Honor for veterans who have served in the armed forces.
So moved. Second.
Question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R28-15 as presented by the Solicitor. Commissioner budget amendment as listed.
So moved. Second.
Question, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to adopt Resolution R29-15 as presented by the Solicitor. Agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports between the Northumberland County Commissioners on behalf of the Human, Senior, and Social Services and the following service providers as listed, numbers 1 through 3.
So moved.
The above amendments, agreements, amendments, revisions, grants, leases, and reports are not with county employees, nor does the organizational contract list county employees as principals in their corporation or on their board of directors.
So moved. Second.
On the question, all those in favor say aye. Motion carried. All business.
Just under old business, months ago I had reached out to Penn Seipel and asked him if there was a way for us to retain ownership of the complex. And after crunching the numbers, he did so, as well as that and other. I believe Mr. Claus will bring up another building that is an automatic renewal. This is something that I think we should really look at. I did talk to our finance office. He's going to speak with Area Agency on Aging, Children and Youth, as well as BHIDS, the three major ones that are reimbursed for renting our county office space. But one thing that always stuck in my craw, if you will, was the fact that this is owned publicly, it's owned privately, so rent it publicly, and we're actually paying real estate taxes on a property of an amount of $100,000 per year with tax dollars. I don't know if that strikes anyone as a little bit crazy, but why should we be paying real estate taxes with tax dollars? This, according to his numbers, and I've crunched them myself, worst case, it looks like it'll save roughly $240,000 per year. He's looking to give us a 0% interest rate from now to 2023 and he'll hold a private mortgage for us.
We take care of the maintenance contract?
Yeah, and that's included in this as well, roughly $30,000, which we have our maintenance employees here Anything over and above the normal maintenance was always charged to us, such as the elevators and so on and so forth. We received bills for that in the amount of $40,000.
The way I understand that Mr. Brady, he was going to sell it to a company.
No, this
He was going to
was,
sell the mortgage.
no.
Okay.
This was he's going to personally hold
John, right?
the
There's been different proposals. I haven't seen the latest.
Well,
The latest one was they were going to personally hold it at a 0%
I didn't see anything either. Well, I didn't bring it to the
It was
table.
emailed to everyone. It was
I
emailed
didn't
to
see
everyone, about 10 days ago or so.
I didn't, but anyway, let him come to the table, Brady, and let him explain it to us, huh?
He did.
He was here.
Right here. He emailed it to us 10 days ago.
We can't make a decision to buy a property in 10 minutes. We have to
I'm
look.
just saying that this is something that I think we should look at.
Absolutely.
I'm bringing it up on the whole business because I had brought it up previously under new business.
Okay, we will look at it, arrange a
$240,000 a year is a nice chunk of
Absolutely.
savings.
Arrange meeting with Mr. Seibel with the commissioner, okay, Janet? Okay, we'll talk about the other one. You can talk about the other one too, the other contract we just find out.
Well, with Ammerman, Mr. Ammerman at the 911 site up on the hill there, unfortunately, they have a 6-month notification clause in order to get out of a contract, and it automatically renews for 5 years.
That's insane.
This would be, I believe, the 3rd renewal of this contract. I think it's underhanded, to say the least, for us to try to manage these leases in such a way to be able to give someone 6 months' notice if we want to renegotiate the lease or move the property. And then if we are unable to meet that, we're locked in for another 5 years.
That's
And
crazy.
it's a 3% increase, cost of living increase. It started out in the mid 6,000 range. I would think that we're up there now, probably close to 7,500 a month. And where it's actually located, underneath, there's a kind of a wood shop where there's saws and all sorts of high voltage electrical equipment right beneath the floor of our 911 center. God forbid if something were to happen there, we could be in a real trouble. So with the 911 system being upgraded, I think it would coincide very well to look into what Senator Gordner had offered us with the Armory building up on the hill. Now we realize they only have, sand mound, I believe, and septic, but I do think that would be a more ideal place. It's pretty much a hardened building at this point, but we need to look at the cost associated with moving. Now, I did check, I remember in the past we had asked what it would cost to move 911 systems. Some people say those truncated lines would cost us $1 million. I checked with our guys, and they said it really wouldn't cost anything. Verizon would move those for us. So it's just a matter of, do we want to continue to pay $7,000 a month to rent a place that is a hazard, or move into a facility of our own that is more well protected?
But what's worse about it is because the building's falling apart and he's not doing no maintenance. And John, we should look into it. Maybe we can break the lease to say, listen, you maintain your building or your lease has been violated. I mean, I went up there the other day. You should see the elevator. I mean, you got to get a disease when you go through the elevator. They don't even wash, they don't even clean. It's disgusting. So I would like to make a motion to instruct the solicitor and the assistant solicitor to go after this guy and say, you wanted the 5-year contract? We're not going to give it to you until you do all your repair you have to do.
I mean, that's $90,000 roughly a year that we're paying him.
It's crazy.
To be able to purchase that other building for just under $400,000. I mean, you're talking about a break even in less than 5 years. Of course, we would have the upkeep and maintenance on that building, but I think it's definitely a win-win for the taxpayers.
Okay.
Motion's on the floor.
I'll second it.
Okay. And a question?
I think it's premature to make any kind of a motion on it. This
No
was just...
motion to instruct the solicitor.
Yeah, but to go after, we need to sit down and have a conversation with the property owner. We need to find out from our solicitor what our legal position even is. It was apparently just handed to him today. So until we know what kind of legal leverage we have
We
on
don't
it,
have no legal leverage.
well,
We
tend to say we're making a
we have a
motion.
legal leverage to say you got to maintain your property the way the lease says.
My understanding was it was handed to the solicitor today. I think we should wait and find out what he has to say about it and what our leverage is to be able to force him to do what, if anything, and then take an action on it. So that's just my opinion.
You don't need to make a motion to ask me to do something. I'll do it.
All right, forget it. Okay, anything under old business? Under new business? Under new business, I told the press 5 weeks ago, when the prisoner was gone, I said we will come back in a month and see if we can make any decision. I want to brief the citizens of Northumberland County. We look 3 different locations. I looked 3 different locations. One, it was Northwestern Academy, and it's out of the question us to buy it because it's too much money involved. I look at the property for the water company next to Cole Township Prison, and we need about 10-acre ground to do the prison, and to buy that property and level them off to create a 7 or 8 acres is going to cost $3.5 million in construction site to level the prison, to level the ground to build the prison. So I look at Moran Industry, the old Celotex building. It's, I believe it would be the right thing to do to build a new prison and put it in Sunbury because it's in the center of the county. And we got to do what's right. We're not here to play, I'm not here to play politics. And then I have another suggestion to make to the commission. I think we should have a meeting and discuss this matter and start a negotiation with people. We just got a letter for an engineer. We have a structure issue at the courthouse, and we got one recommendation for the engineer. It's going to cost about $250,000 to fix the center of the courthouse because it's a little bit risky. I was suggested to the commissioners we buy that property in Celotex to borrow $25 million. I'm a construction company. I know what it costs to build. That's only my recommendation, but we got to look all the issue and build the prison and the courthouse in the same location. And then the county, we have extra land to do whatever they have to do on that site. And I think it would be the best thing and the best. It's the best for the taxpayer to be the prison be in the center of the county. That way they don't have to run to Cole Township. It's going to cost more money anyway. Third, I met with the governor's office 4 weeks ago, and we discussed a matter by the prison. It's too soon to me to release any information by the governor. At this time, I cannot discuss anything else for the governor. So it will be another meeting. I'm going to take some time in the next few weeks, maybe a month, and then I will bring them all to the table. And also why I would recommend this to go forward with the prisoner, because it's going to cost the county about $2 million extra a year to have the prison to the state or any other location. It's a lot of money. We can't afford it. We must move forward. And whatever's necessary steps to do, we have to take. And anybody else, I'd like to have a meeting with the commission next week sometime to discuss this matter and start a negotiation.
Well, I think that I'm happy to see you finally come around to the thought of putting it in Sunbury. I think there's so many reasons why that makes sense, and I certainly appreciate your movement in that direction. I think I've also talked to the owners of the Moran site, and I think that's one of the viable options. I think that we've engaged a firm who's doing a feasibility study that's going to help us determine what our options are in terms of alternative type sentencing, which will help us to judge what size of a new prison that we're going to need. And so I think that we need to wait till we get that back. But certainly looking into these the options that are available with these sites, and I am certainly all for keeping it within Sunbury for a multitude of reasons. So.
And also, I want everybody to know I was in Florida. I looked at a brand new location. It was built a courthouse it's very, we can build a courthouse very cheap, 25,000 square feet. We can build it for $2.5 million, one floor, put 3 courtroom, or 1 courtroom of 50 people, the other 2 courtroom, 20 people, 25 people, and we could do the privilege center there. We could do everything with the sheriff department. We could do everything in 25,000 square feet. I think it's very cheap to build a courthouse and not spend the money when we're going to waste. I mean, the courthouse is just a matter of time it's going to go.
I agree. The feasibility gentleman that was here set aside roughly a day and a half, almost 2 full days. And after about an hour and a half, he realized that we didn't have nearly the data that other counties have. And I don't know if it was partially because some of it may have been lost in the fire, others was because we just didn't collect that type of data. And with that said, I don't think it will take their statistician more than maybe another 30 days to come back with our average bed count and what we're going to require. I do agree that in the interest of transporting prisoners, so on and so forth, for the county, that it does make a lot of sense to keep them on the same campus. However, I would want something in writing from the city of Sunbury that they will investigate any type of criminal behavior that occurs at our prison. The mayor was in our office 2 years ago, shook our hands and said, yes, we'll investigate. We even told them to bill us for the hours it would take for that investigation. And after numerous and repeated calls, they wouldn't come and investigate. This is their jurisdiction. They got roughly $40,000 a year in income tax funds from our correctional officers and administrative staff at the prison. And why they wouldn't investigate is beyond me. But before I would move to make anything in the city of Sunbury, I would want something in writing from the mayor and council stating that they will investigate any criminal behavior that falls within the city limits.
And I think it's a good point, Mr. Brighty, but I don't think that we should punish the people of Northumberland County because the city of Sunbury, we must do what's right. And I agree with you 100%. We're going to talk to the mayor and see what direction he wants to go. So, I mean, in my mind, it's set for the city of Sunbury for the simple reason I look at the other 2 locations and it was too much money, and I'm not going to spend that kind of money. It's crazy, we need every dollar we could. And that's it. Anything else under public input? Anything under public input? Hearing none, motion to adjourn. So moved.